We have an exciting My Team Unlimited tournament ahead of us, and today I'm joined by My Team correspondent Brian and YouTube My Team extraordinaire QU'ILS. How you doing, gentlemen?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Doing great. Always a good time talking about the $250,000 My Team Unlimited tournament.
That's right, lives are about to change. So QU'ILS, you've been breaking down things all over YouTube when it comes to My Team. You can educate so many people on
The Knicks never looked better than they did earlier on, getting off the bus and getting ready for action. Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting. So the New York starting five. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. RJ Barrett is out there with Peyton, and it's Harkless in at the 3. And for the Bulls, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3. Yeah, it's a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
The Bulls making a switch here. Junior's checked in. Back to Dotson. It's stolen by Carter. And here we go. Junior heading to the hoop. Markkanen passes to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now, here's Junior. He's covered closely. Back to Levine. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And the pass to Marks. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Outside, Levine. Buries the long-range jumper. Levine's got 11.
Well, such a quick release. Zach Levine and a catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Here's Dotson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Portis. From deep. That shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Now, here's Junior. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Porter at the elbow. Pass to Junior. Fires for 3. That shot off. Knicks trail by 5. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I did talk to New York's head coach. Coach was saying that he feels Zach Levine is still underrated as a star in this league. Coach said when Levine gets going, there's just no way to stop him. He's one of the most natural scoring threats in the league. They certainly will respect Levine's explosive offense tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Ntilikina. Out to the wing. Lets it go. Rebound by the Bulls. coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
LaVine for three, and the Bulls another three.
Zach LaVine is simply stated a tough cover. He's got athleticism and skill, and that combination is lethal.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
From the arc, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Junior. Junior's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Passes it to Portis. Here's Dotson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Ntilikina passes to Portis. Good work defensively by Carter.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
Zach LaVine doing work in the mid-range. He's got that shot in his bag, yes, sir.
And stolen by Junior. 3 seconds left. The layup good by Porter. And now an 11-point Chicago lead.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And so... earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of the underdog label.
You know, I think the underdog story, started with...
Chicago ends up going with the new group. Dotson's checked in for the Knicks. Ntilikina comes in for Smith. The Knicks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Lauri Markkanen is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Dunn. Then it's Junior. And it's LaVine in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup. LaVine's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Dotson. There's the pass to Marks. Good. Marks has got 10.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Bean passes to Junior. Markkanen, and it's denied. Here's Ntilikina. And again, New York with the triple.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Junior with it. He has 6. Come on. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They trail by 18. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Tipped away. Portis kicks to Ntilikina.
2 minutes.
Markkanen on the double team. Here's the 3. He can't hit that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Now, Junior. His numbers are borderline ridiculous in the best way possible at the moment. He's averaging nearly 33 points a game. Left side, Markkanen. Clock at 4. One-on-one fast break. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 8 points here in this quarter.
That speed makes it really difficult to keep pace with Frank Ntilikina. He got the step, and it's over.
Here's Junior, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
New York's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. To the middle, here's Ntilikina. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Junior fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, you can see Junior willing to play through contact and get the and one. Nicely done.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. 54 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ntilikina passes to Dotson. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Portis. Shot from 16. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here's Junior. 12 points for him. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Frank Ntilikina brings outstanding size to the position. It's about playing with confidence and playing under control on the offensive end.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing it.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls finishing the quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the court for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And it's LaVine that time on the assist by Junior. LaVine's got 25 points in the game. New York shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Payton passes to Barrett over Junior. They get it back.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Pass to Barrett. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And the basket by Payton. That's 10 points for Elfrid Payton.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Levine kicks to Carter. The dish to Junior. Levine passes to Junior. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Levine. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He's got 29 points.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
New York calls timeout. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
So for the Bulls, Young. And there's a minute 45 left here in the third quarter. Lets it go with a 3. Porter dishes to Junior. Left side, Markkanen. Kicks it to Junior. Shoots the 3. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Payton. Here's Portis. Some nice passing by New York here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Payton.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good, Junior.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Done against Portis. Poked loose and stolen by Dunn. Levine passes to Porter. Dunn kicks to Junior. Outside Porter, and there's the pass to Junior. Gets it off, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Chicago, out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so...
Sometimes checked in for Chicago. Junior comes in for Dunn. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Satoransky. And here is Valentine. Dishes to Junior. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. They've got Junior. Also Thomas Satoransky out there. And it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the... Five out there for the Bulls. Here's Barrett. He kicks it to Harkless. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Robinson. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Marks. Will it go? Valentine grabs the board.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
For the Knicks, Dotson's checked in for Marks, and Smith's subbed in for Payton. Inside, Junior the pass to Gafford. To the left wing. To the inside, Satoransky. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Barrett the pass to Dotson. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce a target scorer, Greg, to end the game and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. Drills the three-pointer.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him. The Knicks making a switch here. Randall's checked in. Here's Dotson. Smith with it, now guarded by Valentine. For 3, Barrett. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Here's Gafford. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
And Satoransky kicks to Junior. And here's Valentine for 3. And the Bulls another 3.
And Coach can thank Junior's vision for this one. Watches how the floor is moving and spots the open man.
Smith the pass to Randall. Floats it up for Randall. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The 3 from Valentine. Buries it from 3-point range. Valentine's got 6 here in this quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Smith drives in, and the layup is good.
Wow, the amazing speed and athleticism of Mr. Dennis Smith Jr. No mercy on the attack.
Passes it to Gafford. Kicks it to Junior. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there, I agree. Kevin Knox is checked in for New York. Ellington comes in for Barrett. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Bulls have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Hutchison. Now here's Junior. Pass to Valentine. He kicks to Junior. Just 5 to shoot. Out left to the wing. Pass to Valentine. Drops in the tray.
Boy, you can tell Junior learned the game the right way. His commitment to the team, impressive.
Smith the pass to Robinson. Dotson in the corner. Passes to Ellington. Lets the three fly. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
This is the effort they need from Kevin Knox on the defensive end. What a block.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Junior. Banked in off the glass. Junior's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Nice shot by Smith.
Boy, perfecting the floater would make Dennis Smith Jr. unguardable. How about that pretty jumper?
Junior kicks to Valentine. Here's Junior. No good with the triple. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers for them here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Junior.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
They get it back. Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal.
Mitchell Robinson on the floor for his defense unequivocally, but this young guy is really coming on the offensive end. Great job drawing the contact.
And Doris, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson is going to be a problem in this league.
Just 2 to shoot. And here's Valentine for 3. That shot no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
That one good for 2. Junior's got 34 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Dennis Smith. At the line.
Both free throws good from Smith.
And we know that when Dennis Smith Jr. is playing to his strengths, this guy is an effective player. The key for him moving forward is he's got to find a way to be consistent.
Outside Robinson. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew.